better stay over there.
I don't like moving.
Bruh, what the He's acting a fool, bud.
You know, and they just put this store right here. They just put this store right here, and it's so bad because it's right next to the entrance right here.
That's crazy.
That guy ninja filming really showed them. Welcome back. Beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Luke Rudowski here of WeAreChange.org, and there's a lot of just absolutely wild and crazy news out there to get into today. As of course, domestically, things are just as tumultuous as they are internationally, as now even the corporate media is predicting a Black Swan event, a major geopolitical false flag operation, a psyop, an escalation that is almost inevitable right now as the situation does not look good on the world stage. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media channel. If you like the shirt I'm wearing right now, you can get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast is from Fairfield, California, where some local residents decided to give themselves a 5-finger discount with a jewelry store smash and grab that is becoming more and more normal every single day, with people in the comment section saying that they're just feeding their families here. As you know, diamonds and gold have a lot of nutritional value, right guys? This says, of course, a lot of people are sick at the way things are being done here inside of the United States, as the Biden administration and many Democratic policies have implemented this form of chaotic legal lawfare where, of course, people are punished based on their political ideologies. And that's why the former president of the United States, a Republican now, is surging in the polls, now 4 points over Biden in the latest national poll that is showing Donald Trump extending his lead over Joe Biden, as even young women are moving away from the Democratic base and saying enough is enough. This as House Republicans are looking to impeach the current president of the United States, which MSNBC proudly responded to by saying in an opinion piece, quote, "Dear Republicans, please impeach Biden in order to get rid of his presidential election campaign," which now even the corporate media is saying as a sure way to fail and lose this upcoming presidential election. All of this as immigration is becoming more of a forefront issue, as more and more people are just entering the United States. As Texas government officials are saying that SB 4 immigration laws are going to be impossible to enforce, as thousands and thousands of people walk into the United States every single day and are literally just being released and then flown all throughout this country, with some people estimating that for every baby born in the United States in 2023, Biden has brought in 3 illegals. As an open immigration policy, of course, favors the Democrats as they ensure future Democratic voters that will be voting for more government. Just as Biggie Smalls said, more government, more problems. He didn't say that. He said more money, more problems. But you get the gist. You get what I'm trying to say here. As of course, we are going to be facing some very serious consequences in the next upcoming months that are going to be very devastating for the average American. And this is one reason why I created LukeUnfilteredDotCom, a way to talk strategies, a way to make sure that you make the right decisions for yourself during these key tumultuous moments in our political social lives. Again, signing up and becoming a member is quick, it's easy, it's simple. All you have to do is click the link right now in the description of this video. Go to LukeUnfilteredDotCom, Click right here, join for $15, as we have a lot of incredible offers of value for you for being a member. Not only 10 years plus of exclusive videos only available for members, centered towards helping you become the best, strongest, most financially stable version of yourself, but we also have 3 major masterclasses, 150 plus tutorial videos that will be teaching you some very important, amazing skills that you could sharpen all through your membership of LukeUnfilteredDotCom. Also, a lot of funny meme stores available at cost, in real life meetups, contests, giveaways, AMAs, which we're going to start soon. All available on LukeUnfilteredDotCom. Seriously, if you've been thinking about signing up, this is the time to do it. Your support is more crucial than ever to this independent media organization. And if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Sign up right now. And I will see you there right after this broadcast with a very special video that is going to be very important for everyone to watch right after this one, where, of course, we continue the conversation. As just moments ago on national television, CBS News corporate establishment shill lady said something that we've been saying on this independent media broadcast for months now.
Mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a Black Swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine, and we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most.
Yeah, especially when you look at the current situation domestically here inside of the United States, where you even have the New York Times publishing op-eds from Hamas members. And you get yourself a picture and you get yourself a perspective that is absolutely extremely concerning. Now, you add that to the fact of the United States meddling in other countries' affairs, financing a lot of really awful, horrible groups and militias, bankrolling, financing conflicts and wars that have only escalated with our participation, and even CNN is admitting what is now very obvious with their latest article that was titled "How 2023 Has Been the Year of the Brink and 2024 Could Be Worse," showing 2 Ukrainian members covering their heads during a key moment of fighting inside of Ukraine. This as they talk about how America's global order is in question and how the current conflicts that the United States is involved in aren't that advantageous for the American people or America's interests or, anyone else's interest. As even the woke Pope Francis, came out and recently pointed the finger at the military-industrial complex and weapons manufacturers for, quote, pulling the strings of all wars. This as the wars are only escalating from here, especially inside of the Middle East, where there are now conflicts inside of Lebanon, inside of Yemen, inside of Iraq, inside of Iran, inside of Syria, as the conflict in Gaza is expanding to international territories in the region, as we have gotten new reports of high-ranking Iranian generals now being taken out by Israeli airstrikes in the region. This as Newsweek is reporting how Iran is issuing ominous threats against Israel after their commander was killed, as the United States decided to launch their own strikes against alleged Iran-affiliated militia groups inside of Iraq, as even the Iraqi government is condemning the United States for its airstrikes, which they called a clear and hostile act by the United States that allegedly is responding to drone strike attacks from this particular Iranian-backed militia groups. This as 3 Americans have been injured from these latest drone attacks by this alleged Iranian militia group. But now with even Iraq coming out against the United States, with Iran becoming more of a dominant sphere of influence in the region because of the United States war in that region originally back in 2023, we have to understand that this has been a trajectory, particularly with Israel, with the United States fighting Iran and its proxy forces for a very long time. Are these strikes inside of Iraq something to worry about? Absolutely, because it shows you just how this conflict is expanding, as the United States still has a significant military presence inside of that country, and it lays there as a target for a lot of the countries that are not happy with it, including, of course, Russia and China, that are also geopolitically opposed against the United States, especially after the latest incidences on Christmas, where the Ukrainians just launched a massive strike against a Russian naval landing warship that was just obliterated in the latest video footage that you were just watching. After a huge strike took out this Russian warship inside of Crimea, highlighting yet another major escalation in the region, which of course will be met with more aggressive actions by the Russians, which will retaliate. The Russians, that according to Russian state television, are on the brink of victory inside of Ukraine, and particularly looking at the Ukrainian interactive war map, it does seem like the Russians are significantly gaining more territory in the region, specifically around Donetsk and Luhansk, as the conflict there is escalating. And the Ukrainians are slowly and surely succeeding more of their territory to the Russians. This as the conflict here is becoming more and more difficult for the Ukrainians to sustain, especially with their limited amount of manpower, as Russia has fully mobilized and doesn't look like they will be quitting at any moment, at any time soon. And now, what will happen? Will there be something major in the Middle East? Will there be something major in Europe? Will there be something major in Taiwan? That, of course, creates this Black Swan major galvanizing new Pearl Harbor-like event that may have an impact on our elections. Where do you think the next major clash point will be? Will it be all three of them? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below, as of course I think your participation in this independent media organization is more crucial than ever. I want to continue this conversation, how to prepare, how to be smart, how to make the right decisions for yourself, all on LukeUnfiltered.com. Continuing the conversation right there. If you're a member, log in. You also get to call in to our video live shows. We were supposed to have another show today. Our guest just canceled last minute. We're going to have another show tomorrow. Again, lots of perks, lots of really incredible offers of value. We need you to sign up now more than ever on LukeUnfiltered.com. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing that, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.